Hey, Vogue.
And Answer 73 Questions is now your opening act.
I'm ready.
Okay, can you first tell me what you're standing on?
This is the levitator.
Can you tell me the purpose of the levitator?
I get up every night and I perform levitating on this while flying through the arena.
Oh my god, that sounds like magic. And how many shows have you performed on your tour so far?
I've done 23 shows out of 109.
Almost a quarter done. And what is the first thing you do when you get to a new city?
I love to find a good restaurant and a really fun dive bar.
How would you describe the Future Nostalgia Tour in your own words?
The craziest thing I've ever done.
What's been the most memorable show on the tour?
You know, I do get spoiled almost every night, but I have to say MSG was a really special one for me.
Love New York City. And how has your approach to touring changed since you first started?
It's definitely not rock and roll. It's lots of sleep and lots of tea.
Two very important activities. What tip would you give to someone who's about to start their first ever tour?
Make sure you take some time for yourself to stay grounded in the midst of all this craziness.
And what is your pre-show ritual?
I do my dance warm-ups with my dancer Sharon, and then I do my vocal warm-ups with my backing vocalists. And then I have like a little fist pump handshake with my monitor engineer Alex, and then I'm off on stage.
How is onstage Dua different from Dua just hanging out?
Pretty much the same, just a lot more adrenaline.
When did you feel most vulnerable on stage?
But I dropped my mic at my show in Washington, D.C., and I was not prepared for that, so I think that was probably the most vulnerable moment.
What's something people may not know about dancing during a performance?
Well, I guess, you know, there's a lot of thinking with dancing and singing at the same time, but sometimes you're just thinking about what's for dinner.
Now you have me thinking about dance moves. What would you say is your most famous dance move?
I think I'm just gonna have to show you that one.
Oh, I was hoping you'd offer that to me. So Dua, you take the stage, the spotlight is on you. What is the perfect experience you want fans to have at your show?
I would love them to have a really fun, really sweaty dancing experience where for 90 minutes you can just forget about everything that's happening on outside these walls.
Oh, love it. And what's the first thing you look for in a stage outfit?
I love something that's comfortable but makes me feel really good.
And you wear 4 outfits during the show. How did you go about selecting them?
So my show is split up in like 4 acts, and so each outfit tells a different story, from the first one being like the dance size class to the spacesuit at the end.
Very cool.
Girls, can we do the dance? Because Vogue wanna see it. You ready?
That's right.
Yeah? All right.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8. You happy, Vogue?
Yes, Dua, you completely made my day.
I'll catch up with you guys in a sec.
Do you have a message for people who may have made fun of that dance?
No, I think the message has been received.
Got it. Now, Dua, how do you hope you inspire your fans?
I really think, without sounding cliche, if I can do it, you can too. So if you're really passionate about something, then you should really just go for it.
That's right. And how old were you when you realized you wanted to be a singer?
I dreamt about it from when I was like 4 or 5, but really put it into action when I was 15, when I left Kosovo for London.
And what was the first song you ever wrote?
First song I wrote was probably around the age of 4 or 5, and I wrote it for my mum. It was in Albanian, and to translate it, it's like, when I grow up, can I borrow your shoes? When I grow up, can I wear your dress? When I grow up, can I be as pretty as you? And now it's just a running family joke.
Oh, that's cute. And what was the most important lesson you learned when you started making music?
Just to be really proud of the things that you put out, you know, what you represent and who you are as an artist, just to make sure that you have no regrets when you look back on the decisions that you made.
What trait did you get from your mom?
I definitely got my nurturing side and wanting to take care of people from my mum.
And what about from your dad?
The hard-working side and definitely the curiosity element.
Was Albanian or English your first language?
Albanian was my first language.
What Albanian phrase was most often repeated in your house?
Çka ka me hunger?
And what does that mean?
It means what's for dinner.
What was for dinner?
Lots of yummy stuff. My mum, she's a great cook, and she cooks amazing traditional Albanian food, so I always look forward to it, especially after a long stint on tour.
Oh, that's amazing. And what was the most important